There is some crazy stuff happening in game right now and going to happen soon. Oh my goodness. Yeah, guys, so basically in today's video, it's going to be an update news video discussing a ton of different things. You know, the possibility of a brand new event with new challenges coming out very, very soon, as well as a few other update news things which we'll cover. But yeah, mainly I want to talk about this like event type stuff and challenge type stuff because as you guys know, we love to cover the challenges and things on this channel. It's always a ton of fun, so yeah, this video is going to be awesome. If you do enjoy it, as always, you can help support me by using code TheLlamaSir in the item shop. I appreciate it so much. And on top of that, hit that like button down below as well as leave a comment down below. What skin are you using last? For me, it has been the one from it's this one right here that I'm using, you know, right now in the video, you know. I'm forgetting the name of it, but it's a cool skin. But yeah, I'm curious to see. Now, without further ado, guys, let's just go ahead and jump into it with the info and stuff we have to talk about. We got a bunch of things, a list of different things to go over for today's video. And the first of which, before we even get into the event stuff and like the stuff happening in game, and also the possibility of like some challenges and things coming out really, really soon. First of all, I wanted to talk about like this week's update and stuff like that. And depending on when you're watching this video, the update may be out. It appears to be the update for the Burst SMG. If you're watching this on Tuesday, the day I'm uploading this, then it does seem to be that the Burst SMG is the item coming in the update because they say like in their announcement for it, something burst into the action, something along those lines. So obviously it seems to be the rumored, well, again, Burst SMG. Now with that being said, that plays a role into the event type stuff because it's very peculiar like with the timing of stuff. And we'll probably get more info on Wednesday, so I'll be sure to hopefully update you guys in an update video as to the timing of like the event and stuff like that. But something else I found very, very interesting, and if you've already seen this, feel free to skip ahead to the time on screen in the video, but if you haven't seen this, it's very, very interesting and was just announced today on Fortnite's Twitter. Well, not exactly on Fortnite's Twitter, they actually retweeted it, but it was from El Rubius, and if you take a look at what he tweeted, he put a date that said 29/5/19, or in other words, May 29th, and also this picture with a Fortnite letter and an interesting little symbol right there. I'm not exactly sure what that is. I don't know if that has to do with this other event stuff we're going to talk about for the rest of the video, but I still wanted to bring it up to you guys real quick because that's very, very interesting. It looks like a type of event type thing, but I'm not exactly sure how it plays in with, again, the rest of the stuff we're talking about in today's video. But again, we'll probably see tomorrow since it says May 29th. So yeah, getting into it then with this stuff about the event. Now, speaking of that event, what do we think it's going to be? And you've probably heard some talk about this, but I want to add some new things to it. And you know what? Let's just go ahead and jump into game with like one of the biggest things that just changed to date. And this is huge info, guys. So let's go ahead and jump into game and just go into Playground. It doesn't really matter. Oh, Solid Gold is back as well. Interesting. So yeah, guys, here we are in game. And basically you want to go over to, I think you guys know where I'm talking about. But again, something changed today, which is massive. We want to go to Polar Peak, but Polar Peak has been having a bunch of, you know, earthquake type stuff. And that thing, we've already talked about all of that. There's something new. And even if you guys have seen this, keep on watching the video because we have some other things that you probably don't know about yet to talk about. And also talking about like possible challenges and stuff for this and other connections. But you go over to here and this is where all of the earthquakes and stuff have been happening. However, just recently, I think this morning, you take a look right here and yeah, guys, that is a giant eye inside of the iceberg. I mean, look at that. It follows you around even, which is insane. It's like huge too. Look at the size of that eye. It's so like kind of creepy and cool at the same time. You walk around and it just follows you right there. Oh, okay. Whoa, did you just see that too? So, I don't know if that might have happened before, but when I was super close to it and it did that usual earthquake stuff or air type sound, which we've talked about it before, it actually like sent me flying a tiny bit. That's very interesting. I don't know if we've seen that happen before. So that could be a new change as well, but just taking a look at, oh no, he's looking away. He's looking away. Okay, now he's looking back at it. It's also making an interesting sound too. Here, let me try and get you guys that sound. Okay, I'm still waiting. There, did you guys hear that? What was that sound? It sounded like a... Oh, it did it again. And it sent me flying again. It sounded like a seagull. That's so weird. But yeah, guys, looking at the eye, I also noticed that there's some things on the top, like at the corners, pointing downwards a little bit. Definitely looks like a monster eye. But yeah, so that is massive news. But what could that be? Obviously, the theory going around lately has been that it's Godzilla or something to do with Godzilla, some type of monster from Godzilla. I don't know if the eye yet matches one of the monsters from the movie. But with that being said, I do think the event and the upcoming challenges are going to have to do with the movie. I think that's most likely. However, moving on to to this next thing here, which I think is pretty interesting, is the date of the movie. I'm pretty sure that the new Godzilla movie, releases on May 31st. Yeah, just looked it up, May 31st. However, what's interesting about that, if you take a look at the downtown drop challenges, as of right now, there are 6 days, around 6 days remaining, which is definitely goes past May 31st. And as you guys know, in the past, when Epic Games has done these special events working with other companies, and previously they've done a ton of them with Avengers Endgame, John Wick, and now this downtown drop with Jordan, they don't do the events at the same time. So being that the movie releases on May 31st, and this still has 6 days remaining, which would mean that it would go past May 31st by a few days, that's interesting. So I don't know if 2 events would happen at the same time. I don't think they would. So it is possible that the event releases later than that, maybe on like June 3rd or 4th, something along those lines. Now, if that is indeed the case, we could see this event maybe next week when the update comes out, but we could maybe see it this week as well. Some interesting stuff with that. On top of that, guys, something you may have noticed in game, specifically if you go towards Neo Tilted, and it's this really weird thing that's been happening in the Der Burger building, and it's a very annoying sound. You've probably heard it if you've got inside of that building. Take a look right here at this video, but you go into this specific room and you will find this TV with a, what would you call it? It's like a warning type message, so to say, or I don't know about that. I don't exactly know what it's for, but it could be used as like a sort of warning. I think back when Around the Meteor or one event before, they used a very similar image to hint at something, happening to the map. Something that could like destroy the map and stuff like that. There was a warning on the TV. So this warning could be in connection with this event happening. And that is very, very interesting. On top of that, guys, some other clue and little update piece. If you go into the Battle Pass and take a look at it, and I think tier 50, there is a dinosaur or monster type image right there. As you guys know, in the past they've used the battle pass items and stuff to hint at things coming in the next seasons, and I don't know if they'd ever really hint towards an event with something in the battle pass, but that's definitely something interesting. Could be a connection that I wanted to bring up as a possible another clue that you may not have known about. Now, with that being said, guys, if all of this stuff together connects, that would obviously then mean that we would be getting an event. Now, if that event is the case, there are 2 main things that we can expect, and the first of which is obviously a brand new game mode. Now, let's come up with some ideas for this, and throughout this little spot here in this part of the video, feel free to comment your ideas down below, and let's see who is right when this stuff officially comes out. So basically, if you take a look at every previous, collaboration and stuff like that, even Marshmallow, then after that Avengers Endgame, then John Wick, and now Downtown Drop, every single one of those had a special mode for the event. Now, with that being said, if they're doing another collaboration for this new Godzilla movie, I mean, it would make sense that there would be a brand new mode, right? Now, with that being said, what could the mode be like? I mean, there's so many ideas, but I think if they don't do something where you have to like fight a monster or, something along those lines, I would be kind of disappointed. I mean, how could you not have a Godzilla event and not have to fight like some big monster or fight alongside a big monster? Maybe it's some sort of team rumble, but each of your teams has like its own creature to protect, because in the new Godzilla movie coming out, I think there's multiple monsters, if you want to call them that. So that could be a possible idea of a mode they could do for this event. On top of that, something else that always happens with events, again, Marshmallow, Avengers Endgame, John Wick, Downtown Drop, every single one of them had new challenges. Or sorry, now that I think about it, there's actually 3 things that we can probably expect from this. But yeah, new challenges is definitely one of them. If there's a new event, there's definitely got to be challenges. I mean, they always have challenges, and they're always a ton of fun, and I love helping you guys out with those. I actually just recently posted a full guide for all 13 of the Downtown Drop challenges, so if you want to get all of those done, I've got a video that goes through them pretty quick. I'll leave a link to that down below in the description. But yeah, challenges, maybe you have to protect the monster, get some eliminations, find something on the map, but for sure that is very, very likely if this event is indeed happening. On top of that then, guys, something else, the third thing that would almost be confirmed if there is an event would be a brand new skin. Again, looking at the recent 4 events that have happened in game that are like collaborations, they've all had special skins in the game. Obviously, the the Marshmallow skin. We just recently had the Avengers skins and stuff like that. So I definitely think a possible skin for a Godzilla event would be very likely. Now, with that being said, some ideas I have for it are maybe like, you know, a monster type skin. That's maybe a little bit more far-fetched, but we already have something like a hybrid, for example. So why not have something similar to that, which is already... He kind of actually looks like Godzilla a little bit. But if you had a skin like that, it could definitely be pretty cool. But on the other hand, you could also have a soldier type skin. I've seen the trailer and there's like some normal type looking soldiers. So a skin along those lines could definitely make sense as well. But I do think that, you know, some sort of skin would definitely be included in some way. So yeah, guys, what do you think about all of this stuff? Leave your comments down below. It's definitely a ton of fun to talk about, and I cannot wait to see what's going to happen. You know, I'll keep you guys up to date. But without further ado here, let's jump into the outro.